Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to another edition of Delta Media Group's Tech Tuesday. Today we've got a pretty cool feature for you. Basically, this will allow you to create your own landing pages for specific markets. We've had things like that in the past, and this just kind of extends that functionality. So, without further ado, let's go into the DeltaNet and take a look at how it works. So I am here on the welcome page. Let me scroll down here. We're going to create a new page. So I'm going to go to Website and Pages. And we're going to create a new page. So I'm just going to click the New Page button here. And in this case, it's going to be a custom page. So you see we already have the custom page tab selected. And now as we go down here, we're going to go through some of the various options we have. So this will be kind of a recap if you've been watching any of these videos. But first of all, we have the option to make this page only accessible to registered users, registered customers. So that would be people who already have a Home Finder account. If they try to get to this page and they don't already have a Home Finder account, it's going to lock them down to a sign-up page, basically. And then once they sign up, they can access your custom page. So if you have this box checked, that is how this page will behave. Next, you can add a contact form to the page. So if I click here, it gives me additional options for adding a contact form. And that might be something that you ultimately want to put on your landing page here, but we'll keep that unselected for now. You also have the option to make this a kind of a squeeze page or not. So this page type option, so standard page is just a regular page that loads up in the content section of your website. But if I look at these other options, we have standard page with no navigation. So this will have your template and your branding, but it won't have any of the navigation items along the top. So the idea is that it still has your branding on it, but if a customer comes here, they can't get to any other page. They have to do whatever is on this page. So generally, you would put a sign-up form on that page and then remove the navigation and then set some kind of marketing from third-party sites to go to this page. So when they go there, they have to sign up, and that's all they can do. And then lastly, you have a true squeeze page. So this has no template at all. If you select squeeze page here and add content, only the content you put in this box will appear on that page. You won't have a template, you won't have any branding or anything. So it's the same kind of a deal. You would usually want to put a contact form on that page, and then you use those for specific kinds of scenarios. Contests is a good one, or specific landing pages you make for specific purposes. So we will make this a standard page with template for now. And now as I look here in my custom page content section, this is where I'll actually make the content for my landing page. So let me do this. There we are. Check out all of the glory that is Canton, Ohio. Right? Beautiful downtown Canton, Ohio. So I've got my text highlighted here. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. There we go. And now I'll say, put some smaller text here. This is lots of information about Canton, Ohio. And for this, you'd put like a descriptive paragraph, something like that, if you were building this as a landing page. And then let's say we want to put a video here too. I don't have any video URLs memorized, so this is going to be tough. But I can go to Insert, Media. We'll go to YouTube. There we go. So it'll load up a box where my video is going to appear, and then I can adjust the size of that box. Now, that URL doesn't actually go to a video, so you're not going to see a video here, but know that that's how it's meant to work. And then below that, let's say I have all my information about Canton, Ohio, or whatever market is I'm focusing on there. What I can do now, and this is the new feature, I can go up here to this button, and you can see it's a couple of little curly braces with some dots between them. And if I click there, it gives me a variety of different options. One of those is search results. So if I click there, it opens up this search results modal, and I can use this just like I would use the public site search. So I'll type in Canton. You can see my quick search results come up, so I'll go ahead and pick my listings. I can choose the property statuses. So if I wanted to make this, if I have data for coming soon listings and I want to make this like a coming soon landing page, I could title it coming soon, put my pictures and graphics up at the top, and then just tell the search results section that I want it to load just coming soon listings. Same goes for, if I wanted to highlight pending listings or even highlight solds. I can play around with those different options. So we'll leave it on active. Property types works the same way as the public side, so I'll just say residential, single family for this. But know that you can do other options here too. If you wanted to make a listing or a landing page just for land listings or just for commercial listings, if you focus on commercial, you can do that too. Price range, beds, baths, this is all just the standard search functionality that you see everywhere, so you can fill all that in as you see fit. And you can even use this to make landing pages that are specific to each price range, or just homes with garages if you wanted. It's all about just knowing what the demographic you're focusing on is interested in, or even focusing on multiple demographics by making houses that use different, or searches that use different common options like this. And as I scroll down, you can see I have all the like home values options, so I can select from any of those. And there also could potentially be some custom fields in here if there are any set up for your company. And as we go down here, we can limit it to only homes that you've shown, which is another new feature. We'll go over that one next week. It's pretty cool. And only recently listed, so any option that's available on the public side is available here. And when I've selected everything I want, I'll just hit Insert Search Results. You can see it dumps this big snippet of code right there. And I will just go through the rest of the options. So we want this to show up under our primary domain, but if you have multiple domains attached to your site, you can specify one. You have data at the end of the page, which is a special feature. If you have like sold listings set up, you can have those dumped in the end of the page. For pages like this, I wouldn't use those, just because you'll end up with too noisy of a page. There'll just be too much stuff on it. We'll give it a link title, so we'll call it Canton Landing. There's no Canton Landing, but Canton Landing page. If we want it to show up in our top navigation, I'll select that for navigation menu, and then we'll be able to drag the box where we want it to show up in the navigation. Page title, now this is the text that's going to show up in the browser tab, and will also be picked up by search engines. So we'll say Canton, Ohio, information. And a description page. This is some useful information about Canton, Ohio. And with this meta description tag, the key is to make something that is human readable, that actually pertains to what the site is about. And the key there is if it's something that a person can read and understand and know what the page is about by reading it, then you've done a pretty good job with it. The SEO portion of that kind of takes care of itself. And then as we scroll down, you can put keywords on this page. Search engines don't really use those anymore, but you could put in a keyword separated by commas here if you'd like. And then for page URL, I'll go ahead and put a custom URL here. We'll call it Canton Landing again, because why not, right? So, submit. We'll cross our fingers. There we go. So we've got our page all loaded up. Now let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. And there we are. So you see we have our broken video because I didn't have a real video URL for that. And we have the content up here. So this is the heading I put on the page. This is the informational text about the page. And then as we scroll down, here are our search results. And you can see it loads up a complete search results section. So from here, I can cycle through pages. I can narrow the results down further if I want. And it brings up the Home Finder offer when I move on to page 2. And you can see it loses my content when I move on to page 2, but it's all about the landing page. So, that initial page of results, and then once people start searching and cycling through pages, you don't really need that content at the top anymore. So that's why it drops it off of the page. But there you have it. So that is all it takes to create a landing page that actually contains search results embedded right on the page. And you can see videos or pictures can also be embedded on these pages. You can add any number of links. So if you wanted to put a link section up here that says, links to Canton Area Chamber of Commerce and Canton Stark County Auditor, things like that, you could put links to all those things at the top of the page just to really make this a good informational page that focuses on a specific market. Because the idea there is, if you're really market specific, that's where you can really shine as far as bringing your agent website up to speed on the internet. So there you go. We'll go back into the DeltaNet, and the other thing we can see here is if I scroll down, you can see my Canton landing page is now here at the bottom of my navigation menu section. So if I want to link to this page to be under something else, I can just drag this up, and so local area info. But if I just drag it into the drop down under that and save it, and now if I go back to my page and refresh it here, local area info, Canton landing. And that takes me out to my landing page. So there you go. That is all there is to it. Like I said, keep in mind that if you want to make even more of a landing page here, put a soft offer on, we can also go ahead and click this contact form button, and we can customize the contact form a little bit. And we've got videos on the custom contact form pages. But I could add some text in here and hit save, and that would add a contact form to the page as well. So, as always, thanks a lot for joining me this week. If you have any questions, concerns, feel free to comment on the video or give us a call or send an email into support@deltagroup.com. And remember that you can subscribe to our YouTube channel or like our Facebook page, and you should get notifications whenever we go live with a new video, which should be every Tuesday at 9:30, or real close to 9:30. We're pretty good about going on at 9:30. We try, you know, nobody's perfect. So, thanks a lot for joining me, and I will see you again next week.